implicit admission of wrongdoing, HRCC edited the ad that was playing on Zimmer radio stations. So if we'll kind of go through the timeline just a little bit to get started, on October the 18th, I had first received notification from a friend of mine that they had heard the radio ad, sent me a copy of it, or they let me know about it. I sent an email to Zimmer Radio Group through their Contact Us form saying if the ad is what I've been told it is, it's false and wrong and it needs to come down off of the radio, but please send me a copy. They finally sent me a copy of the radio ad on the 19th of October. And a few hours after that, my attorney, Stephen Wyse, sent them a formal cease and desist letter later that evening. We didn't hear anything from them over the weekend. On that Monday, we sent also a formal cease and desist letter to my opponent, Representative Sara Walsh, and still we didn't hear anything. And on Tuesday, right after the ad had been on the air for almost a week, so it had been 5 days, we filed suit for defamation to get it off of the air. And the next day we received notification from Zimmer Radio Group that they were going to be pulling the ad from the air and asking to be dismissed from the lawsuit. What they didn't tell us is that there was going to be a nearly identical radio ad playing in its place, where it is the exact same word for word except for 3 words where they took out the word violent. And so instead of advocate for violent protests against the police, it is voiced support for protests against the police. And so for the casual listener, the ad sounds identical. In fact, on Friday, when it was first supposed to be down, a friend of mine sent me a recording of it saying that ad is still on the radio, because I had called a couple of friends saying that it was supposed to be coming down off the air. And so we reached out to Zimmer to ask, why isn't this ad off of the air? And we got an official copy, which is when we noticed that it was just those 3 words that had been changed. And I am very disappointed that Zimmer Radio would rather keep the House Republican Campaign Committee's money than to stop running a defamatory and false advertisement. Because like I said, for the casual listener, the ad is the same. And so it's the same kind of accusation, it's the same feeling that's supposed to come from it. The ad still calls me a radical, it still talks about officers putting their lives on the line, and so it is still the same kind of divisive and dangerous advertisement that it was before. And we're now also a full week out from when I first alerted Representative Sara Walsh to the content of the advertisement and to the defamatory nature of the content of the ad. And she has yet to make any kind of statement against HRCC or the ad. And in this time of political division and politically motivated violence, letting an ad say that I advocate for violence against the police stand without any statement to the contrary from a person who is not only my opponent but also my state representative is outright dangerous.